Take a moment to set up your space, adding any props to support your comfort level, as we'll be here for the next couple of minutes, settling into your breath and your body. Once you've found your way to your comfortable seated position, press your hands together in prayer position, lift them to your heart. Gently close down your eyes and guide your awareness or attention to the natural movement of your breath. You could contain that breath by pressing one hand to your chest and one hand to your diaphragm or lower belly. Pausing to notice the movement of your breath. Notice all the features of your breath, including the movement, the rise and the fall, including the pace, the length of the inhale, the length of your exhale, and the area your breath fills in your body. You might like to also consider an intention or a guiding point for your practice. Gently release your hands, and on your next inhale, start to hug your shoulders up towards your ears, and with an audible sigh or exhale, drop the shoulders. And you're just going to repeat that. As you inhale, squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears. And as you exhale, simply lower the shoulder blades down the back. Press your hands in prayer position. And with an inhale, slowly start to extend your arms all the way up overhead. As you exhale, bringing your hands back to your heart in prayer position. As you breathe in, extend your arms overhead. Look up if it feels okay for your neck. And then as you exhale, you're going to twist to your left. Take your right hand to your left knee, your left hand behind your left hip. And then just play around with the movement of your neck. If it's comfortable, look out over your left shoulder. And then roll the head gently towards the right shoulder. And just continue to move your neck slowly, noticing any sensations you can connect with or you're aware of. Keep the movement slow, keep the movement intentional. And in the background, still noticing whether you're aware of your breath. On your next inhale, you might like to use the leverage of your knee to now deepen that twist. And continue to hold in the twist, allowing your breath to be as natural and comfortable as possible. When you're ready, slowly release. Press your palms together. As you inhale, shrug the shoulders up towards your ears and gently drop the shoulders back down in preparation for the next side. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, twisting now to the right. So bring your left hand to your right knee and drop your right hand down behind your right hip. If it's comfortable for your neck, look out over your right shoulder. And then again, slowly start to twist the neck by rolling the chin down along the collarbone line. There's no right or wrong here, just adding some gentle neck movement, noticing sensations along the way. And then when you're ready, just allow your head to rest in the position where it's most comfortable. Keep both sit bones rooted down into the surface below you. And as you root your sit bones down, see if you can rise and lengthen up out of your spine, twisting the belly a little bit more towards the right. As you're ready, slowly come out. Inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, slowly start to tilt over your hips, coming into a very slight forward fold. And then it's up to you to play around with the depth of your forward fold here. You could use a block as a prop for your head. If you look up in the top right-hand corner, you could also use a chair option, so it's not quite as deep a forward fold. So depending on how flexible you are in the back body, this could be a perfect option. So take the option that works well for you. Keep your sit bones rooted firmly down into the ground. And then use your breath here to really pause and notice and direct the breath where it needs to go. Keep making adjustments for your comfort. Keep using your awareness to notice what's happening in the body, where sensation is experienced, what adjustments you can make. Notice the breath. As you're ready, slowly come out of that position. Now we're going to set up our space with a couple of blocks for props. Transition to your hands and your knees. Position your knees just below the line of your hips. Position your block down behind your feet. Take your hands slightly in front of your shoulder line and place your block under your chest. With your next inhale, draw the belly down, draw the shoulder blades back. With your exhale, push up and round through the spine, drawing your navel up, chin tucks in. Moving through some cat-cows here with breath. Breathing in, the belly drops. Breathing out, the belly contracts and lifts, and your chin tucks in. As you breathe in, drop the belly. You might even like to settle the hips back a little bit. And as you round through your spine on your exhale, you might even like to move the body forward a little bit so the shoulders move out over the wrists a little more. Inhaling, draw down and back. Exhaling, round through the spine, shift your weight slightly forward. Breathing in, your belly drops towards the ground, your hips might even shift back a little bit. As you breathe out, contracting the navel, tucking your chin, and this time extend the legs. Coming into our first downward dog so that your heels rest on the block. Reposition your block so that your forehead might move down toward the direction of the block. Bend and soften your knees. Press your sit bones up toward the ceiling. And continue to make any adjustments with your head block to support your head. If that's out of reach, that's okay too. Press evenly through your hands, through your heels. Experience the weight in the hands and the feet. And then add some lightness as the sit bones press up towards the ceiling. And again, come back to breath. Lift and extend your left leg up. As you exhale, curl the knee beneath the body, chin comes towards the knee, and then you're going to step or assist your left leg forward between your hands. Lower the right knee to the ground. And then when you feel stable, inhale. Extend your arms all the way up for our first low lunge. Find your way back to the breath. Noticing any changes. And then twist your torso now towards the left. Press the palms together and just hook your right arm over your left knee. Keep ensuring that your left knee is stacked above the ankle. You might use the leverage of the arm to add the twist. If that is too much, use your block. So press the right hand into your block, letting your left hand just drape over your back, pressing the back of the palm into your hips. Play around with what works, remembering that balance can be a challenge in this pose too. So finding whatever option works and supports you in this practice. Allowing the movement of your breath to happen naturally. Noticing the quality of your breath. As you inhale, return to center, extend your arms up. And as you exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. Transitioning slowly back to downward facing dog, supported by the blocks again. Press your heels into the block. If it worked for you, press the head into the block. And then find that equal balance between the weight in your hands and the weight in your feet before lifting and rising the right leg up to three-legged dog. As you exhale, scoop the right knee beneath the body, chin moves in towards the knee, and then lower the foot and assist that foot in between the hands here for low lunge. Lower the left knee to the ground. Inhale, rise up. Have a feeling that your right knee is stacked above the ankle. And as you exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. Rooting down through your foot and your knee, turn your body to the right hand side now, this time hooking the left elbow over the knee, pressing the palms together, or using your block. So your left hand is on your block while your right hand is settled on the back of your hips. Again, notice the movement of your breath. Don't be shy to play around with different variations and alternatives here. Wherever you do arrive, taking the moment to pause and be present, be aware of sensation. Notice the movement of your breath. Inhale, come back to center. Draw your hands towards your heart. Extend the arms all the way overhead, settling comfortably into your hips. As you exhale, hands back to heart before lowering them to the ground. Lift the back knee from the ground, and then again you're slowly going to transition back to our prop supported downward facing dog. Shift the weight equally between your hands, between your feet. Play around with any small adjustments or movements here. This can include bending of your knees, extending the legs, pressing the hips up towards the ceiling, listening for your breath, feeling and experiencing sensations in your body. Now gently lower the knees to the ground. Bring your big toes together. Take your knees apart and settle your hips back onto your heels as you fold over the thighs toward the ground. Remembering any prop assistance here is helpful in supporting this pose for its full restorative benefits. Breathe deeply. Breathe with calm, breathe with ease, pausing to notice any sensations. Now we're about to get a little playful and curious with headstand preparation. Set yourself up by interlacing your hands and then draw an imaginary triangle on the mat. The apex is your interlaced hands. The base of the triangle is your elbows. Leaving the knees on the ground, gently shift your weight back. If you can, lower your head to the ground and then just gently roll over the crown of your head lightly. Shift your weight forward, shoulders moving forward of the elbows, and then this time lower the head, so the crown of the head into the cradle of your hands. So now the crown of the head is on the floor and the back of your head is in the cradle of the hands. Position the knees underneath the hips, tuck your toes under, and on your exhale, extend through the legs. You might like to stop here and pause. Otherwise, walk the feet forward. Keep the knees bent before extending. And again, option to stop and pause here, or continue walking forward and extending the legs to where your level of comfort and safety is. When you've arrived there, you're just going to pause with your breath. Notice what it feels like to be in this full inversion, heart above the head. Play around with the distance that your feet come towards the head. It's your option to come out whenever you feel like you've had enough of viewing the world from this perspective. When you're ready, lower your knees to the ground. Pause for a moment or two here before gently coming back into child's pose. Notice the breath again, the pace, the location. Then as you inhale, slowly come up. Bring your hand to your belly. Moving into diaphragmatic breath now. So frame the front ribs with your hands, so index fingers touching. And as you inhale, see if you can intentionally expand the ribs apart from one another to pull the fingertips away from one another. As you exhale, let the ribs contract so that the fingers come back together again. This is the area of your diaphragm. As you inhale, expand your ribs comfortably out so that your fingers move away from one another. And as you exhale, let the fingers touch as the ribs draw in together. Inhale. Have a feeling of the ribs expanding laterally away from one another. And as you exhale, the ribs are drawing back into the center line so that the fingers touch. Keep with this practice for as long as comfortable. If all else fails here, you can always just come back to noticing your natural breath. Just understanding the feeling of touch and how it can support your practice. Experience each inhale as calm and each exhale as ease. Continue to pause and notice the breath. And as you're ready, giving acknowledgement to your practice, join your hands together in prayer position. Add a soft and gentle smile to your face. Acknowledge that you be filled with loving kindness, that you be safe and protected, that you be well in body and mind, and that you be happy. Namaste.